I think we might be live.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
And welcome to Chinwag number 121, the weekly chat with Zaheer and Beck. This week, as we've titled, beware, there's absolutely no useful information within. So just as a warning to anyone that may be watching to maybe learn something or along those lines, don't hold your breath. There's plenty of good content out there with lots of info. This probably will not be it, because it's just how we're feeling tonight, isn't it, really? Yes, there we go. So thank you to everyone that's come in and whoever's come into the chat.
Dave is saying we're late.
How are we late?
How are we late, Dave? It's 8:30.
How are we late? 8:29:52 it says on your message there, in your face. We'll say a few hellos. Crispy was the first in. BCP came in as well. Margaret Stewart, Peter A, Stu Mandry, Daniel, Dave, Monumental UK, Lincoln Seller, Southwest Sellers, Good Evenings Bex, and Timotei Man.
Oh, nice.
That's what is it that I use at the moment? It's on the table upstairs in the tube.
I don't know.
You know that.
I don't know.
It's not a fancy hair gel, is it?
No, it's not at all.
No, it's not a fancy hair gel. But yeah, it is. It is there.
Monumental says looking forward to some RC sales.
Oh, we've got RC sales.
We've got some RC sales.
Don't worry, we've got some.
Don't worry.
We've got some RC.
We got that sorted.
Yeah, we've squared that way.
We've got our little
got our screens,
tabs ready.
Tabs ready to go. We even have a couple of non-RC items.
Quite literally.
A couple. When we say couple, we do mean two. Okay, so it's just two.
So the rest of them. Are RC. Yeah,
the rest of them will be RC. I think that's no surprise. I'm hoping to anyone.
If you don't like RC,
exactly. I don't come here for useful info, says Mel Sparrows.
That's really good.
Just for a bit of RC. Good. This
because that's what you're going to get from us.
Yeah, you will get RC, plenty. Well, hopefully not too much though. So thanks for popping in, guys. Who else have we seen? Antoinette Daly as well. Only here for the Guafs. Interesting story about the Guafs, Gary, actually.
Yeah. Do you know what?
The Guafs have got an issue.
They have, right? Yeah. It's not us not wanting to share them.
Yeah.
There's an issue.
Piper John, greetings from Florida.
Oh, hello.
Hi there, Piper John. Adam Kelsey as well. Marry Death Deals. Shazad has popped in. Power Reselling as well. Claire Thompson. Crazy Mike. Whoop, I see all the ways as Mel. You know what, Mel? Some people might think you're being disingenuous with your positive attitude towards the RC. Yeah. We know you love it, okay? But people might think you're just not really. They might think you're just playing at it. Just tone it down a little bit. Just a little bit. But.
Just wanted to say we've got William Forrester. He said he's been watching for 2 years. Finally signed up so he can join the chat for the first time. Thank you for joining us.
What is wrong with you? I mean, 2 years. Thank you. No, thank you, William.
No, we do appreciate it.
Do appreciate it. Drinking some really manky coffee.
Oh, I finished mine.
Yeah. What? No whooshing? No, there's whooshing. There's whooshing. Let's go straight in for some whooshing, guys.
Right,
okay.
This is why we can't show you any data, right? Any graphs.
Maybe I should have titled it that PayPal are crap or something, but I didn't think to do that, unfortunately.
Yeah, maybe we should have done
We should have titled it PayPal are rubbish or something along those lines. But
we've had this problem
guys,
for
3,
a while now.
2, 1.
Ta-da!
There you go.
Okay, and it's not because we haven't sold anything. I would just like to add that. Okay.
What you're seeing on the screen now, okay, guys.
It's no sales.
Yeah, here's our past 7 days of sales. You can see the yellow graph there is actually last year's data. So it's last year's data is coming along nicely. It's we can't grumble.
No, we can't at all.
This is all 2018. So these were sales we made so this is for the past 7 days. You can see that we did like a £17 that day. Well, £7 day. That was nice. 24th of Feb 2018. 218 quid, 8 quid, 180 quid, 52, 30. So really up and down last year. This year, absolutely no sales data. I don't know why. I actually I contacted PayPal. Yeah, you contacted them. Yeah, I don't know what got said, but you did contact them. It was a pain. You know what it's like when you have to contact these companies. You have to listen to the message. Oh, we're recording the messages. So I'm at that point. I'm swearing some really nasty stuff down the phone at that point,
just in case they're recording.
Because I want them to record it. I'm like you and your stupid effing computer, this, that, and the other. I say all that kind of stuff, right? Because if they're recording, whenever they say that, it frustrates me. I'm like, we all know you're record. Everyone knows you record. Everyone's recording everything. Okay. Yeah. So it really frustrates me to sit there for quality and whatever purposes. My backside. So you have to go through all of that. You speak to someone and they do their utmost to convince you that they care, which I do appreciate.
Dave is saying he doesn't have the sales data either.
Oh wow!
Oh, so at least it's not
just us. It's not. Look, guys. This is just this is for 30 days. So if we get rid of last year's data, it says you've got no sales data. For the last 60 days, no sales data. Last 90 days, no sales data. 2019, no sales. It is completely gone.
Yeah, it has.
Sales data is completely gone. So we
that's why we can't really show you the graph.
There's literally nothing to share.
We would be sharing this.
Yeah. I mean, it's telling us that we had 100% new customers, but I don't even trust that now because none of it's just not there. No. Sales data has completely gone out the window. We're not sure when it's going to come back. We did call PayPal. Like I said, I did call them, went through the whole press.
Are we back on the...
Yeah, we're on the main screen now, I think. No, we're not. No, we're not. Okay.
We're back.
So we went through all of that, and they assured us, they pretended that they cared, and they were like, oh yeah, we're aware of the situation. I had to send them a screenshot of the website showing that there was no sales data, and then I had to bring up the source code. So if you guys want to call up PayPal and you want to tell them how badly they suck, I'll show you how you do that, guys. What you need to do, let me just go back to the browser screen. So if you call up, oh man, I've done that thing again, haven't I?
Yeah.
Oh man alive. All right, hold on. Okay, right. So if you want to call up PayPal, and then let them know what the situation is, you can do. What you need to do is show them that they will ask you to send them a screenshot of the website not working, so what you see, but then they'll ask you to send in the source code. At that point, I believe you have to press F12 on your whilst you're in your browser, and if you press F12, it loads up that stuff, which is all gobbledygook. It's source code. So if you press F12 on your keyboard on any web page on Chrome, it will load up source code for you, and the source code is what they asked for as well. And for a second it did come back, everything did come back, but now it's completely gone. There's literally no sales data. So
we can't show graphs.
Yeah. Adam says, I'm recording this stream for training purposes. And what would you be training yourself?
What?
That's what I'd like to know. Like, what would you be training yourself? Like,
that's all kinds of wrong, isn't it?
I think so, Adam. That's a bit odd, really. Daniel, I don't know what's wrong with PayPal. DBG says, I can't smash anything. Okay, that's a bit weird. Wow, the chat is flying today, says William. Wow, it's cool.
Ryan says, why is this not on Twitch?
I don't know. Well, I didn't think it was appropriate for Twitch, really. I'm building my
Twitch.
Gaming empire. I know, but that's different. You're doing crafts things. I'm building my gaming empire. That's going to happen on Twitch.
Fine.
No. I don't know, man. It's like a bit like, I could do it. I could. Maybe I will next time. Maybe I will. And Southwest Sellers Gary says, just check my PayPal is the same as well. Dave is the same as well. Interesting to see how many people are affected by this. If you are affected, I would say, that please call them up, complain, because it's frustrating. Mel has a viewpoint on this. Mel is throwing the cat amongst the pigeons and saying, I think you're lying and you haven't sold any RC at all. We're just the biggest RC frauds.
You know what?
You got us.
We've been faking this for I don't know how long.
Our lifestyle of mediocrity. We've gone through great pains to create this lifestyle of mediocrity. It's actually all a green screen. We're actually worse off than this. But what we're doing is just create this image of mediocrity. We work very hard at it, and it's a shame that you've seen through it finally, Mel.
And Money Mental, he says, is that graph what happens to YouTube views when Zaheer starts talking about RC?
That's cold. That's cold.
That's cold.
If it does. Shazad says, I don't have any sales data.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Question from Adam. I don't think it was a very useful question, but then again, this is going to be a useful stream. Can you guys draw an up and down line on a piece of paper for us instead?
I don't think that will help.
Crazy Mike says, hi Sparrows End, love your vids, lots of good info. Very true. And Andrea's popped into the chat as well. Hi Andrea, how are you? I popped into the Resell Ladies chat earlier today. It was a good topic. It was a really good topic.
It always clashes when I'm going to work. Well, I did overtime today, so I was at work even earlier today. So she doesn't like the job. So what does she do? She offers. Who doesn't? Yeah, but it's so short-staffed at the moment.
All right, okay, guys, let's do a little quick poll. If you are working at the moment, if you're employed in any capacity and you don't like your job very much, and say your work colleagues are feeling the stress because there's a few illnesses, how many of you would voluntarily offer to do overtime? And you didn't need the overtime money, but how many of you would do that? I'd be interested to know, because that's what she does. Not only today, admit it. What's happening tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'm doing overtime as well.
Tomorrow as well?
Yeah. Yeah, but
why?
Because otherwise someone will be opening up on their own, and I can't do that.
And
it's a 4-hour shift, and you know what? I was just like, you know what? I can do it. I can organise my day so I can do it. So,
amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So yeah.
Amazing.
I'm tired, stressed, and I do this
and
to
then
myself
you do more
completely.
hours, and then you do more hours as well.
Absolutely.
So yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Source code sounds delicious.
Oh.
Did I say sauce? Sauce. Did I say sauce?
What's the difference?
Source code.
What's the difference?
So I say source code. How do you say source then? So I speak, innit? What are you talking about? Alright, source
I don't know
code.
if we said hello to David. But
Hello,
David's
David.
In the chat
David McGregor's in the chat as well. DBG's in the chat as well. Hi, Death by Glamour. So, right.
There's probably like people we've missed, so really I'm sorry if we've missed.
Just do what Z does, Andy, and ignore us all. What? Who's being ignored? Where's Andy get ignored? I didn't ignore Andy. If Andy's in the chat or something. I don't know. Anyway, overtime money equals more money for RC parts, says Money Mental.
I don't do it for the overtime money.
Yeah. If I cared about my co-workers, I would, says Vicky Bluebird. Interesting.
Yeah, see.
Interesting. Okay, Vicky. See, I suppose I was just always a bad employee. I'd be the one putting my fellow colleagues in stressful situations by turning up late, not turning up, that kind of thing. Yeah. So that's what I would. So I'd be the one causing the issues, and then you'd get people like Beck at work.
They are a really, really good team. They really are. And whenever like stuff's going on at work, everyone feels the stress, and it's like, you just have to.
Jason says, I like my job but never do overtime. That's what Jason. Hi, Jason, by the way. On the bright side, Z, more nap time, says Karen.
There's that.
And Sean says, I don't do overtime anymore. You lose 20%, 12% national insurance. Ain't worth it for the work you do in employment. Andrew says it depends on the circumstances. So you're getting a little bit of support with a bit of depending on circumstances, and depends on whether you like the co-workers and whatnot. It's all about work ethics, I guess, says John Clissold. And I think I am very much bereft of those.
But I think that's the thing, right? I'm very much a person, right?
Yeah.
I knew when I went into work, back into like employment, I knew that I would have to give the job everything I had while I'm there. And that's exactly what I do.
Yeah, but you don't have to.
But I do.
I know, but like when you're at a job, you don't have to give it.
Yes, I know, but I do.
I know you do. I appreciate this. We're clear.
I'm just making that point.
Good.
Yeah, but you always say that, but I really do. If I've been employed to do a job, I'm going to do it as best I can. And if I need to help out and do overtime, even if I don't necessarily need like the overtime money, that's not why I do it. Even though the overtime money is good, I just
look at this. Power reselling. Corey says I get into work 30 minutes early every morning before anyone is there. Wow. That's the kind of person Beck is. And it is all about work ethics. Lincoln Seller says, only if it benefits me. See, that's, I hate to say it, that's more like along what I would see. Only if it would benefit me. Alex Flip says, only overtime if you're getting paid extra.
I do get paid extra.
Well, she does get paid extra, but
it's not a normal rate. Yeah. So I do get paid extra.
BCP says, I seem to do a lot of undertime these days instead of overtime. The Tat Doctor says, I agree with Becca, what goes around, as long as they remember that when you want time off.
And they are really good. This is one thing I will say, right, because I have not been good at taking my holiday. My main reason is whenever I take holiday, I really find it hard to go back to work. So I have been avoiding it, and they have really, really pushed me at work to take my holiday. That is
they actually have to tell her to go on holiday. Everyone else books their holiday in advance, don't they?
Yeah.
And Beck is so like, I think the problem is because you're not that keen, because you know you're not going to be there long term, you just want to get on and work. And this happened a lot. I mean, Beck's actually going to be off for this week, but one of the things that you found last time you were off is you enjoyed it, but then you had a little dip where you wish you hadn't taken the holiday.
I'm having to use up my holiday because I lose it at the end of March, so I kind of had to take a week, like really close to like another holiday that I've had, because I'm using my time up, because they're like, look, you've got to take this time, and I was like, well, okay, well I suppose I'll book.
But then you find that when you're at home that it becomes difficult for you, because it reminds you of what you're missing out on.
I find it really, really difficult. Once I've had that break from work, I find it really difficult to get back into it, and it's almost like resetting each time I'm away from work to kind of get back into it. So my mood and like just in general just goes up and down constantly when it's like that. So in a way, I'd prefer to just
work all the time. Work. But then you just literally.
But then I know I would also burn out doing that
exactly.
As well. So it's a really fine.
It is
balancing kind of.
Dave says, "Welcome to the Dave Show." Is that going to be Dave's new show?
Oh,
the Dave Show. And Shazad says, "Beck is an all-star. Would defo hire Beck and definitely not hire Z." Lol. Thank you, Shazad, for your honesty. But I think that's plain as day, isn't it? Really, I think most people, Adam Kelsey says, Gary, you're forgetting last week's chat. So he has to book stuff into the calendar now. I'll have to put all naps in calendars. Z likes sauce even with his PayPal. Says William. You gotta have a bit of sauce code, or some chili and garlic.
Money Mental would hire you.
Money Mental would hire to be a hair model. Thanks. I suppose it's some kind of hire, right? Suppose you could record an old podcast while you can. Okay. Z, you need to turn that fan down. Your hair is getting blown back. Very funny. Oh, gosh. Question, lamp status. Daughter still has the lamp and she still loves it. What time do you think we will get on topic, says Adam. There's no topic without graphs.
What topic?
Question for Z. How much overtime did you do in 2018? If this takes you longer than 1 second to think about, you didn't do anything. I didn't.
I think you know the answer.
DBG says, I'm only here for the bants. Thank you. 83 people in the chat. Thank you for letting us know, Corey. That is super cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Sean Gilbert says it's not compulsory to do overtime. Very true.
No, it's not.
Bex, can you come work for me? Says Dave. Offers coming in now. And Money Mental says, I'm only here for the useful info. All right. Beck's work ethic is amazing, says William. Definitely. And Sparrows and Mel says, have always done overtime in every single job I've done.
Yeah, I have as well. I've always done overtime in every job.
Yeah. I think employers can tell the good workers, and then they not take advantage, but they rely on them.
Yeah.
They rely on them.
I think some management do that.
Yeah. Claire has got a good point there. I would only agree to do overtime to help my colleagues, not the management. Yeah. There we go. Adam Kelsey says, Bex is just sick of doing overtime at home, covering for your snoozy times. She may as well be getting paid for doing it. Oh gosh. All right. David McGregor says, I used to go into my office job work early and stay late, sometimes for no extra money. Sometimes helping out is just the right thing to do. We don't all need other reasons. Well done, Bex. Ooh, very, very fancy. Very fancy. Very, very, what's that word? Altruistic, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's karma as well, isn't it? Exactly.
And I really do believe in karma. Yeah. Absolutely.
Money Mental says more overtime equals more KFC budget.
There you go.
And you can also enable the 5% cash back from your bank on KFC. Okay. So when you buy KFC, you get 5% cash back, which is
Nick's
also
in the
useful.
chat. Hi, Nick.
Hey Nick, how are you, man? Caught you live. Keep missing these. Honestly, you're not missing anything. It's just
there's not much to miss.
Yeah. Taking breaks from work really puts me in the zone when I get back. I work 100% harder after a week off. Do you find that?
No.
Right.
I mean, I do feel like, because my job is stressful, so when I do go to work, it is high level of stress. When I have that break from work, I do feel better about going back after I've had the week off, I suppose, from that point of view, because I feel pretty relaxed and chilled out. It happened last time. So that was really, really good from that point of view. But it's just the struggle of knowing that I would much rather be at home working on where we want to be, rather than like working for someone. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Gary Southwest Seller says, eBay have changed the seller hub in the last few days. No international sales and new one running out of stock. Oh, that's weird.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Topics is why I'm fat, says Pete's Retro Collectibles. I love Topics, but prefer Double Decker, says John. Oh, with some chocolate chat here. Topics are overrated. I just come to see what jumpers he's wearing each week, then zone out. Well, this week I'm wearing a lovely wool. Is this a wool blend?
I think it's a wool.
So it's a wool blend from M&S.
Yeah.
You know, it does actually have like a pull-up neck job like that, but...
You don't like it, do you?
No, because I'm like... And then my chin like sags over it, you know? Do you know what I mean? Like... I'll have to walk around like this.
Should we share some sounds?
Yes.
Because we've got a few to go through.
Let's do it.
Come on in.
Actually, what do you think?
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Yeah, just undo it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just undo it.
Just undo it.
Yeah, okay.
Should we share some sounds? Because we have got a few sounds to get through.
We will do. What's your code for the item shop, Dave? Dave, I don't have anything. John Clissold says, be careful as a willing horse is always flogged, as my nan used to say when I was overworking. That is a good expression, definitely. And Shazad says, we have employees that have worked for us for over 20 years. That's brilliant, Shazad. That means you're also a good employer as well, to keep someone happy for 20 years. That's insane.
That is.
Money Mental says, question, Bex, what's your channel? Not had the chance to subscribe yet.
I recently changed the name.
Yes, it's Rubik's81, guys, Beck's channel. So yes,
and that's Rubik's with 1B.
Yeah, RUBIX 81. And I will remember to put a link one day.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. Jason says, work hard and do your best and you'll still end up going down the road with all the rest, says Jason. Wow. Money Mental says, I'm allergic to wool. We need more cotton in the world. Leave those sheep alone.
No.
Money Mental says, here comes the RC. Adam Kelsey says, milk train, man. Oh god. Pull up. There's some keywords right there. Pull up neck job. And Ryan's had enough now. He's like, share some Aussie.
Get to the Aussie.
All right, we're gonna get some sales. We'll get some sales. We've got a number of sales to share with you guys. We will get through them all.
It is gonna be mainly RC.
Mainly RC, but there will be some other stuff as well. This is something that we sold today. You'll be interested to know. We were actually shopping in Aldi at the time, just this very evening. I believe I was in the cereal aisle looking for the Lion Bar cereal, because they do this nice Lion Bar caramel chocolate cereal in Aldi, but they stopped doing it because they on purposely stopped stocking things that I'm fancying. So they have it when I don't fancy it by the pallet load, and then when I fancy having it, they'll on purposely make sure it's all sold. And I remember when I was looking for it, I had this offer come through. This is a Thunder Tiger PD 2375 fuel tank for a stadium truck. You can see we've sold 2, we've got 1 left. It was on at $24.99, has had a 10% off in the markdown manager, which took it down to $22.49. I had an offer of just £15. However, being the generous kind of person I am, I thought £15 for this fuel tank, I'll take it. So that is the very first sale. So I hope you guys are excited about that. I certainly am. That's the kind of sale that really does wonders for me. I'm excited about it. I hope you guys like it as well. What did you think, then?
Yeah, it was really good.
Did you have some look at some photos? Photos aren't very good because it's just, it's difficult to look at it. It's horrible. It's just a fuel tank. Some sellotape on the tag there, It's just the way it is. So that's the first sale. All right, let's have a look at the comments. As he went to Aldi, Sparrow's so excited right now. Mel, thank you for being so excited. I'm glad we do this for you, Mel. And obviously Ryan and everyone else in the chat. Question, is Bex good at the Rubik's Cube, hence the name? Asked Ryan. No. It was just a nickname.
Do you know what? It was a nickname that Zaheer gave to me years and years ago. And so it ended up becoming a name that I just used.
Question, why aren't you shopping at Boothsy? Lovely supermarket there in Garstang. Have you seen the prices, Money Mental? Do we look like we can shop in booths? I can't even get my hair cut, right?
That's your choice.
No.
That's your choice.
No, I've got to tell them the truth.
No, that's your choice.
Okay. No, we don't shop at booths. We just don't shop at booths.
It's a nice shop.
It's nice. We just when we've gone in there, we've actually really liked it. But it just, it's a bit like,
you couldn't do it.
It's a bit, it's a bit fancy. It's a bit fancy. I'm not really. I've worked in fancy places, and I don't know. My supermarket, I don't feel the need. I drive a Honda CR-V 2002 plate. I don't feel I should be shopping in booths just yet. No. Maybe when I get an upgrade and then things that are better, then I'll think, you know what? Maybe I can go to booths now. But right now, I think Aldi is just about right.
Yeah, it's about good right. Enough.
Yeah,
it's good enough. We'll go. Anyway.
Okay. All right. Liking how Z mid works every cell need to a food related story. Weetabix choc chip minis is a top cereal. Okay. Wow, just fanning my face with the Woman's Weekly, says John. All right, let's move on, guys. Let's move on. We've got plenty of these bad boys to go through. This is quite an epic one. This is a pull starter, guys. So this is the device which hooks onto your nitro engine, and you give it a little tug the string. You have to be careful. You should ideally heat the head of the engine block before you start cranking the pull starter, because you can cause damage to the piston sleeve. If you're doing it when it's a cold engine.
I like this one.
Well, we've done very well out of this part. It's a sad time. We're down to our very last one.
I was going to say, we've sold 94.
94
of these.
Yeah, at £20 a pop. Some of them we have discounted. There's been times we've been selling these at 15 quid, times at 20, 25. So yes, it's gone. We've got our last one left. So if you guys want to grab a piece of Thunder Tiger vintage RC Nitro history, there is only just one left. These are quite useful if you have an RC car. At the same time, if you don't have an RC car, they're good for that. They're good if you're young, if you're old. They're good for everybody really. And you're not going to get a better price. And remember, we don't offer any kind of money back guarantee. Actually, we do. But anyway, $22.49. There's one left. Really happy. Beauty of multi listings. It's the beauty of multi quantity. Mustn't grumble. So don't pull your crank until you have warmed up your sleeve. Noted, says Chad. Always warm it up before you start cranking it, says Stu.
Yeah.
Question: since you have starved the Honda of oil, I'm disgusted with your hair. Have you checked the oil since? I already know the answer, but I need confirmation. No, I've not checked the oil.
Do you know what?
Really should.
Do you know what he really should? Because the other day we were sitting at traffic lights and he was like, what's the thing when like it starts juddering? It started juddering when you went into neutral, and he was like, I think I might need to check the oil, and I was like, I think you better. So yeah.
Okay.
He hasn't checked it.
No. All right. What else have we got here? Oh my god, where is this going? Tug the string with your neck job up. Okay, next item. I drive a Honda too. It's what all the cool kids drive, says David. Really? Really? Okay.
You can't go wrong with a Honda.
No, next item. Losi Mini 8. This is a rolling chassis. It says none available, but there are actually still 2 available. I'm just about to list the other one. I've been listing these one at a time. I'm pretty sure I shared this last week as well. So we sold one last week, sold one again this week. This one we sold, it's $89.99. So basically this is the this is an RC car without the I think it's like without any of the electrics basically. So you buy this car and you're gonna have to buy a number of items actually to get it to run. You're going to need a transmitter, a receiver, you're going to need a steering servo, you're going to need a speed controller, you're going to need a motor, and you're going to need the batteries. So that's 6 items. There's quite a lot of stuff that I've taken out of it. Now this is the funny thing about RC stuff, right? If we were to sell this car complete, I might get like 130 quid for it, but all of those items removed are going to make me so much more profit, and I'm still getting 90 quid, so I'm only losing like 40 quid, and I'm getting another 6 items, each of which can be really valuable. I've been selling the receivers from these for 35 quid. Just the receivers. Transmitters I've been selling for 25, so that's like 70 quid in 2 items. Then I've got the servo, speed controller, motors. It's so much better to do it that way.
Yeah.
So we sold one of those. Really pleased with that. Thrifty Trooper says, hi guys, how are we all? Right. Question: does these CRV work by remote control? If not, why not?
And Graham Nichols has got a bit of a serious question. He's right at the top of the chat.
Okay.
Well, not a question, but he's got a comment.
I always got the impression that you got a bit fed up with your RC haul after a couple of months, but you've led from the front by pushing through and making it all work. Kudos, Tuesday. That's very nice of you to say, Graham.
I mean,
it's thanks to Beck as well. It's
what we invested in.
Yeah.
So it had to work.
We needed it to work. I think I needed your help to push me in the right direction in terms of the setup of it all, and then I've been able to kind of take it on from there. Really. Yeah.
And since then, now we've got a system where it comes to storing it. It's really simple. It's really easy, and it works.
Ryan says, question: do you know how to check the oil? I can sell you a course on how to for $4.99. Only 2 spots left, says Ryan. I do know how to check the oil. I do know. I just don't do it. Adam Kelsey says fake sales.
Yeah.
Okay. Question: what are you guys doing as a retirement plan? We're not that smart to have thought.
Do you know, we would love to say we've got that all sorted.
Yeah.
But we're just trying to get it to work right now.
Yeah, we're still just steadying ourselves financially, man. So we've got a long way to go.
A long time to be able to work out where we're going to be or what we're going to be doing when it's retirement time.
Exactly.
But,
Exactly. Right, let's move on. Another RC. Now this is something I'm kind of happy about. I bought this. I've made a very small profit on it. I bought this for myself, really, so I could have actually sold this on my personal account, because I did actually buy it for myself. I wasn't intending to resell it, but because I did end up getting a profit for it, and because I did put it up at a higher price, I thought, well, why not? And this is a Thunder Tiger 8th scale kart. I bought it, I don't know why, to be honest, hun.
I don't know why you.
Yeah, I don't even like go-karts. But it's sold now, so I'm happy. It's 110 quid in the bag. It's all gone, so we're very happy with that. Moving on, guys. This is a lovely little sale. This is a blade flybar rotor head swash plate main shaft assembly from a helicopter. Again, these helicopters are not worth a lot of money together, but you can break parts down. So this is the rotor head unit. So the top bit, like the paddle bit, is what's called a fly bar, and then in that plastic bit there is where there's two of those, is where the actual rotor blades would fit. So we actually sold that for $25, which is about 19 quid, and plus shipping. So that went over to the US of A. And then moving on, again, another helicopter part. This is a E-flite G210 gyro. So there's a gyro basically for a helicopter. Gyro is what stabilizes a helicopter. Helicopters are very difficult to fly, so you need a gyro to help. Kind of, it's like the brain. It kind of adjusts things. So when you adjust the rudder, or you adjust aileron or whatever, it adjusts the other servos in tandem, so you can get a level flight. That's what it is. Look at gyro.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's it's good to know. And we're on to the last couple of sales. A non-RC sale.
Not an RC sale.
Non-RC sale.
You've had this quite a while, haven't you?
We've had this for absolutely ages. There's a couple of items on our store which are like really overpriced. And I think this was probably one of them. It's been sat around for ages. It actually sold before it's been on sale. It actually did sell for $14.78.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, we've got 0 in stock. I need to end the listing. But there we go. Triple H. It's an elite figure. Wrestling figures are fun if you like them. 2011 Mattel figure. Yeah, it's in good condition. He's missing his axe thing. So, you know, to get 14.78, mustn't grumble.
Yeah.
So pretty pleased with that. Moving on, this was a sale I actually shared on Instagram as well. I haven't used Instagram much this week.
No.
But this is a ball type universal. A ball type universal is these are the bits which come out from the differential outdrive cups, and the tires will go on the end there, basically. See?
Yeah.
See? So that goes into the diff, that top bit there, the dog bone bits. Anyway, 30 quid.
Can you tell by my face?
Yeah, I can tell by your face. I can tell by your face. 30 quid. Second to last sale, a battery, 20 quid.
Nice quick one.
Yeah, this came from a boat. I take all the bits out, so it's a brand new battery, nickel metal hydride. I showed the connection, 20 quid plus shipping, and it sold. And the very final sale, some clothes.
This was actually sold on my store, so it did actually sell for £12 plus shipping. This came from the house clearance, I think. And it is just like a little kind of jacket, cardigan, zipped cardigan thingy. And yeah, nice little sale. Pretty happy.
Exactly. There you go. So there we go, guys. That was the sales. Pretty much all RC apart from that coat and that Triple H wrestling figure. We'll go back into the chat and say a few, see what the comments have been. Z has another eBay account. Well, it's just my personal one for things that are like actually ours. Southwest says, I remember that stream offered 50 quid to take the stock off their hands. Right. We've adopted your storage system now after you explain how yours works. Working well for us. Thank you both, says Claire. Oh, cool. I'm glad Beck sorted out the sorted out the storage system. You left Z for one day and you got a BBC location. What? Question: where is the line between treating eBay like a business and treating eBay like a hobby that brings in some extra cash?
It depends what you need from it.
Yeah, I think it depends. It completely depends on what you need.
Yeah. I mean, we're in a different place really, because the RC stuff is what makes us the majority of our money. And obviously I do work now, so that brings in another income. But it's, yeah.
I think treating it like a business, it just comes down to how serious you are, how much you're willing to invest in it, what you want from it.
Yeah.
Some people can get away with not needing to put in or go like as big. They might not need storage. They might not need like warehouse space. I mean, you look at, it's as serious as you want it to be. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys have seen, but Craigslist Hunter Pete posted on Instagram his sales. He treats it like a business, and he made $12,000 in the last 7 days. He made like $60,000 in the past 30 days. That's insane. But that is someone really pushing the boundaries, and it's nice to see that you can achieve that. Even for us, like if you'd said to us, like when we started this, like 4 years ago, would we be able to even turn over £1,000 a week or something? We'd be like, oh, that would be like a dream. And now we can actually do that and not be that phased by it, and we're growing year on year. It's such a nice feeling, and I suppose you just have to push from like, you get to different levels, don't you? So that when I look at someone like Craigslist Hunter, and I'm like, he earns in like a week what some people won't earn in a year.
And the thing is, we are trying to move our business on to the next step, and we're trying to kind of get out of a comfort zone that we've kind of fallen into.
I think it was I was watching some guy called Alex Becker, and he was like, if you're comfortable, if you wake up in the morning and you're comfortable in it, you're not pushing yourself.
And that's kind of where we feel overall we're in a comfortable place for us.
But I don't like being comfortable. We want to
push it.
I've just knocked his head on the table.
Oh, you poor little thing.
He's okay. But yeah, I really do think you've got to make yourself feel uncomfortable if you want to push yourself further, and that's what we like to do. Shazad says, I have my retirement sorted, a mixture of stock, property, etc. That's awesome. I would love to be in that situation. Right, maybe Z can't put his hands on his... Oh, God. I'm not even going to read that. Right. Questions, Ian Becks. How are you finding the web interpret trial, says UK Bay. Thoughts?
It's going well, isn't it?
Yeah, we are very happy with it.
Come on in.
Like,
you do it.
For example, on weeks where the sales have not been good in the UK... it's nice that you can, you've got lots of other marketplaces to rely on. Over the past 4 weeks, we're still doing pretty well. I can quickly share that with you guys.
There we go. We do get a graph in this chat.
Yeah, there you go. There is a graph. There you go. Here's a web interpret graph.
You can have a web interpret graph this week.
Here are the sales from the international sites. 922 quid over the past 4 weeks. A little bit of a drop here, as you can see. It might be that this week has just started, maybe. So yeah, I think it just works out. Yeah, because it's the first, isn't it? So you can see it's done very well for us. It's, if they're charging you, they're going to be from next month. They're going to be charging us like 40 quid a month. If it's getting me an extra grand in sales, I'll take that, and hopefully that will just increase as our inventory increases. You can see the US and Germany are quite a way ahead, and then there's Italy in third place. You can actually see all of them, so you can see we've not actually sold anything on the Canada French website. We have sold something on the Canadian website, something on the Spanish, a little bit on the Australian, a little bit on the French, but Italy, Germany and the US seem to be the big markets for us. So it's added an extra £1,000 of turnover over 4 weeks. So if you think that's a good deal, 40 quid, we do. then yeah, have a look at it. So yes, that's the answer to that, hopefully. I remember when you first got the RC haul and Z wanted to get rid of it quickly. Lucky you got it listed instead. Your knowledge of RC is impressive, he says, William. Thank you, William. Yeah, I mean, when we first got the haul, it was the first time we'd bought a big lot of stock, like that amount. We bought lots before, but this dwarfed anything we'd bought before it. Yeah. I mean, you know, we've got thousands of items listed now, and it's been amazing. So yeah, I'm super glad. Gyro in Wales is a benefit of some sort, says Ryan. Okay. Sparrow's End. This channel is single-handedly responsible for all my RC education. Hands down, I would never learn this much about RC anywhere else. Oh gosh. Right, Sion the Moor says, question, have you thought of using a fulfillment center like Habu? We're quite, because it doesn't take up a lot of room, we're quite happy to store it as we are, because it's not, once you organize it and get it all, you know, neatly boxed, it's fine. If you've got it stored in the cardboard boxes you bought your hauls in, it automatically takes up that much more room.
The other thing that you've been doing is like moving some listings.
I've been listing some of it on Amazon as well. Yeah.
And although we haven't sent any in, we're tempted to do some of it. Like, is it merchant fulfilled?
Yeah.
Just to try it, just to see whether there's any interest, and if there is any interest, we might consider like sticking it up at Amazon. But yeah, at the moment it doesn't take up too much space, so we're okay.
Exactly. David M says, hello everybody, how's Zaheer and Bex? Hi David, how are you? And Southwest says bloody French Canadian. It's not, you can't be mad at them for not buying anything from us. We're happy. William says, what do you guys think about eBay going to good till cancelled as the only fixed price option?
It's all we use,
so we're okay.
We're actually okay with it. We're quite happy using it. I use it on the second store with my stuff, and I don't have a lot listed on the second store. A few bits of clothing and bits and pieces.
I mean, like's been said in the other chats, really. You have to adapt to it. It's happening. It might not be ideal for everybody. If you're not currently using it, it's obviously a pain.
And at the end of the day, it's eBay's platform. So
I mean, I can understand people getting a bit frustrated, because imagine if they'd come out and said, we're not doing anything but 10-day listings. We'd be sat there going, oh bugger, because we suddenly would have all these listings to think about.
No, we can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, so if it was the other way around and it was moving to something, we probably would be like question it as well.
Exactly.
But because we use it, it doesn't bother us.
Exactly.
If we're honest.
So we're lucky, really. It works, you know, it works really, in our favour for now.
It doesn't.
For Canada, you need snowmobile spare, says Graham. Probably. Yeah. Even Alfie looks bored of hearing about RC stuff, says Adam.
Well, he just wants our attention now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Yeah. Probably wants to go for his walk.
He's like, hey, you've forgotten about me.
All right. Let's have a look. What do you think of people? I don't know. We've just answered that, William. We've just answered that, William.
Yeah. That's okay.
Hey, at what stage do you upgrade to a featured shop? Asked DBG. It depends on what you are going to be doing. I mean, like, we knew when we got a lot of inventory in, we would have to just for the money side of it. So you work it out according to how many listings are you going to have. It used to be how many times are you going to relist. So sometimes you might only have needed to have 400 listings, but you still might have wanted a featured shop because you were looking at doing 10-day relists. So you'd be relisting like 400 odd items 3 times, you know, in a month. Dog hair. So
nice.
So in that sense, you'd have to worry about that, but now you don't have to worry about that. It's a once a month thing. So it just comes down to how many listings you want. So that's what I would say. I would wait for things to sort out before shop upgrades right now, says Dave. Good point. You never know. There might be some changes coming for that as well.
And William Forrester also says it makes sense for multi-quantity, and he also says I just think it would be nice to have the choice.
It was nice to have the choice. Yeah,
I completely agree with that. If we, like I said, if we didn't mainly use good till cancelled and it was changing like to something different and they were messing with good till cancelled, we'd probably have a very, very different opinion.
Completely.
But because we use it, it
works in our favour, but I can also understand that, you know, sometimes it's good to have choice. Choice is always good. But they've obviously done it because it's going to benefit them.
I mean, I used to when I had the second store previously, I always used to do like 10-day listings, you know.
Yeah.
So I would be like relisting every 10 days when I was doing it, and it's something we had similar before. I know you've been using good to cancelled for like quite a long time.
I mean, what I will say though is one thing about using good till cancelled is one good thing about it is simply that you're going to be forced to use the promotion tools. Now, I'm not talking about the paid ones. I'm not talking about promote your listings. I'm talking about you're going to be more likely to use Markdown Manager because, you know, up till now, what a lot of sellers do is they list an item, say for 20 quid, and it doesn't sell. Rather than using Markdown Manager, they could just relist it after 10 days at 15 quid or something if they wanted to shift it fast, right?
Yeah.
So you'd be doing a reduction, but you'd be doing it manually. Whereas now, because you've got it on good till cancelled, and that's the only option, if something doesn't sell after 30 days and you've got your eye on it and you're keeping track of your stock as you should be. So there's always silver linings. So the silver linings are, it's going to make everyone a lot more aware of what they're selling. You're going to keep track of your stock a lot better now because you're going to be like, I don't want stuff to just, you know, I don't want to just constantly relist the same old rubbish without changing it. But also, you're going to be now, instead of just discounting the price, you can actually run a Markdown Manager sale, which I think is good because a Markdown Manager sale, for those of you that don't know, basically it offers like a strike through. Actually, I showed you guys earlier. Let me just quickly show you again. This is what a Markdown Manager sale looks like. So when the buyer comes to your page, they will actually see that there's a strike through the original price and 10% off, and it just looks a bit more appealing rather than just slashing the price anyway and relisting it as sell similar or whatever. You're now going to be more likely to do things like this. It was one of the reasons I switched to good till cancelled ages ago, to use these tools really. So, you know, that's something that may help. I've watched videos where sellers want to downgrade their eBay shop because of GTC. And David asks, are the Maliks going to the Bristol meetup that Caroline and Carla are arranging? I'm tempted to go, but might be working that weekend. If it's in Bristol, that's like 4.5-5 hours away.
It's probably not.
Yeah, chances are it's going to be a no. I'd like to go to a meetup because we didn't get to go to the one in Hitchin. I really do want to go to a meetup because
we went to
we did go to the Liverpool one.
The Liverpool one when that was on.
Was that? Do you know what? We'd go to one if it was close-ish to us.
Yeah.
And like when we say 2 hours
close,
max.
like
2 hours max.
Yeah. Okay, that's the furthest we're going to go.
Yeah, you got to remember, we drive an 02 Honda CRV, guys.
In all honesty, probably not.
Yeah, Honda CRV 2002 plate, right? Don't want to push it. Just want to keep it running. Okay. Let's just pop down the chat. I started experimenting with 10 days after I saw Nick talking about it, says William. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. 10 days was working very well for a lot of people. I mean, it definitely works. It does make a difference. We've used it in the past. It does help, but it's just something to bear in mind. Don't tell her that at Sparrow's End it'll be another thing that eBay Ireland don't offer, says Monumental. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about the 500... Yeah, the listings that they've offered as a... Is that what it is? Oh, okay. Death by Glamour, about 430. Thought I'd get to 515. Fairbairn around 600 is when it financially makes sense to go featured. eBay UK has a calculator that helps you figure it out. Oh, talking about when it's right. Yeah,
I get it. Okay. I get it.
Question: what's your CPU usage? Is she doing okay? I'm pretty sure it's doing okay. The temp is 65 degrees. I haven't got the rest of the specs in my taskbar, Ryan. Apologies for that. I can't see the markdown on the screen. Is there a graph for it? Says Monumental. No, there isn't. Claire says Blackpool Meetup.
See, that would be perfect for us.
Except I don't really like Blackpool very much. I like the
but it would be
beach,
perfect location. Yeah.
It's not that I don't like it, but some of it looks a little bit scary.
You're just scared.
Some of the streets are a little bit scary. Okay.
It's not that scary.
I like the beach though.
I think Blackpool would be a great place for a meetup.
It would be fun. It would be fun. I'm kidding. All right. Righty then. Let's scroll down. Bristol has an airport. You don't need passport, says Dave. Cost.
Ryan's asking, would you come to meet me if I check your oil and give you an engine oil? If the car would make it all that way without putting oil in, absolutely.
Ryan, I'd walk to see you, Ryan. I'd walk 500 miles. I know it's not 500 miles, it's more like 250, but still. Questions here, and Bex. Have you been thinking about how Brexit will affect your EU sales? Kevin says Blackpool is a crap hole. Blackpool has a big violence problem at night. Trust me, it is scary.
I mean, it's like 40 odd minutes away from us, so Blackpool's like an easy.
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice. If there's another Northwest meetup, we would go to it. It's one of those things. There's some nice places. Monumental says do a meetup in Poulton. Good pubs there.
Oh, okay. That's not far though, is it?
In regards to Monumental's question about Brexit, how will it affect your EU sales? Who knows? It's a difficult thing because we don't know how it's going to affect like a tiny business, such a niched business like us. I would like to think that the only impact that could happen would be obviously costs could change, so if there are tariffs or anything that could affect things, but those are types of things that that could make you less competitive. But at the same time, if you've got stock that others don't have, you're going to have an appeal. One of the appeals of our store over other radio control stores is the fact that we bother with the end of line stuff. We bother to list all the old stuff that is out of stock everywhere else. You can't buy most of this stuff from anywhere else. So if you really want it, you probably will buy it even at quite a cost, as people do. Right? Like we regularly get people spending quite a lot of money on stock.
But I think in a way with Brexit, we haven't really, if we're honest, thought about it. Overall.
And we don't fully, and also I don't fully understand the implications.
We're not 100% sure how it is going to affect us overall.
Shazad says EU sales would go up as you don't charge VAT because of not VAT registered, and therefore are 20% cheaper with a no deal. See, there's always a silver lining. Right. I don't have a store, so it was nice to mix 30 days with 10 days. Might have to get a store now. I wonder if getting more store subscribers is part of eBay's plan. Possibly, William. At the end of the day, William, like eBay are going to do what benefits them.
Yeah, what's best for them. Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's one of those things. They're going to do what benefits them, and it's one of those situations where you have to just accept that that's what always is going to happen. However, it is a symbiotic relationship with the sellers. They don't make money unless we make money. They've not set up all that website, all that server space just to eat insertion fees. Most of their money is going to come from final value fees, right? Insertion fees, they're not amazing, and people, if people weren't selling stuff, if they weren't listing it, they're of no consequence. So that's what I'd say. I'd come to a Blackpool meetup, says Money Mental. Would be nice to go to my old stomping ground. Just hope none of my crazy exes find out I'm back up there. And Deal City says, I think the more we promote eBay by having YouTube channels showing how safe it is to shop on eBay in comparison with Amazon, also safe, the better for us in the long run, as people think eBay's unsafe. You've got a point on that, haven't you?
I mean,
what people think of
not everyone
eBay.
knows what what I do.
No. But in terms of like you've spoken, like plenty of people at work.
People that I've spoken to.
Yeah.
A lot of people have had bad issues with eBay, and those are the people that are the ones that tell their friends that of the bad experience, and people then go, oh, well, I'm not shopping on eBay then, and yeah, it's one of those. If someone has a bad experience, they're more likely to tell someone else. But if they've had a good experience, how often do people like pass that information on?
Yeah.
So it's one of those. Yeah.
DPG says you all have to come to Ireland to see me and Sue Aaron. You know what? When we visit Ireland, we'll definitely contact you. It'd be epic.
Be cool.
Yeah, it would be epic. Claire says I'd love to come to Ireland as well. It would be great. So yeah. And William says political uncertainty and business don't do well together. Wish politicians would plan things better. What are you gonna do, eh? I do a meetup in Essex, but it's a bit trashy in some parts. As far as Mel. Yeah, but Mel, you'd bring all the class to it. Right. I've never been to Ireland at death, but would love to. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be. It would be so cool.
Maybe that's what we need to organise, cool. Just to.
Let's. It'd be nice to do one in the northwest first, though, like closer. Bit easier. Cool. Okay. All right. Now it is nearly 9:30, so we're gonna wrap things up. Really do appreciate everyone turning up. I hope you at least enjoyed yourself a little bit, even though there was no useful information in this video.
Oh, we got to that time already.
Yes, it's 9:30. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Time flies, doesn't it?
Well done to everyone that stayed.
Well done to everyone that stayed
with us for the not very useful information.
Alfie. Okay.
He just wants his walk.
Yeah, he wants.
He just wants his fast and his walk.
No, you're not looking at me in the face. All right.
Turning physical.
Yeah. So.
Yes.
We really do appreciate everyone popping in. Thank you for the lovely chat. The chat has been absolutely brilliant.
Thank you for spending your Friday evening with us.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. We love the chat. Has been electric chat. It has been.
And I think Peter's actually said he's organising a meetup in Epsom.
Ah.
So
there we go. There we go. We can all go see Father Ted's house.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I hear you're a racist now. That's the funniest clip on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, just go
and watch it.
Should we all be racist? What's the official church line on racism?
Yeah, just watch it.
Only the farm takes up most of my time.
Anyway.
And at night, I like to have a cup of tea.
Okay, we're going to go.
I'm not sure.
We're not going to go.
I'm not sure I could devote myself full time to the old race.
I will find it.
Okay, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.